You have captured a control point. One capture remains. New control point.
I don't know what they did, dude. Like, I feel like 3x scope turrets actually shoot at people more often now. Like, it's weird. Like, for a while I was convinced like a 1.5x scope AR is really, or 1.5x scope turrets were like the best, but now apparently 3x are good again.
I've never really tried to see what the scopes have a major effect on the turret fire.
Yeah. Yep. It determines like range and cone of effect. So like the higher magnification of your the higher the magnification of your turret, the farther it'll fire, but the less it'll be able to shoot like laterally. So like imagine an I think an iron sights turret has like a 90-degree cone of like view, and or it has a 90 field of view, and as you give it a higher magnification scope, it gets like more narrow and more narrow till like 5x scope. It only shoots into like a straight line. Like you have to be right in front of the turret for it to shoot at you, but it shoots like really far away. Basically, if you run from like left to right, like if you run like a 90-degree angle in front of a turret and it's like a 5x scope, it has only like a tiny window where it can actually even shoot at you. If you get like, I could show you in like weapon craft, like if you go into weapon crafting, and the enemy who's not running on the bridge, but the enemy who's just running left and right on the ground, if you put the turret like, not like right next to him, but like maybe 10 or 15 feet away from where he is, and you switch between like 1.5, 3x, 5x iron sights, you can tell the difference between how it tracks the guy. So you get an idea of like how the turret buddy works. Actually, I'm gonna show you guys people on the stream this. Hold on. So this is have the turret. Okay, so this has a 3x scope on it right now. I'll show you the effective range. So like, look, this guy's running right here. I think this turret's like too close. Like it won't even lock on. Like it only shoots at him for like a second.
I gotta wait for your stream to catch up to your voice.
I'm letting it chill here. Like this is what a 3x scope does. Like it'll only barely shoot at the guy for like a second. But like now, if I put the turret like further back, like let's say here. Now it's going to be able to shoot at this guy a little bit better. Yeah.
Oh, it's like not even enough time for it to lock on whenever you're narrow.
But see, that range that person was running at, if I had an iron sights turret, it would perfect track him. So I move it back. I move it back to a range where like 3x scope would actually start working. It actually works really well. Alright, so then I'm gonna change this. I'm gonna change the scope. So now I'm gonna change this to like iron sights and put the turret back like really fucking close. See, so at this range where normally the 3x scope couldn't fucking shoot it at all, now this iron sights turret can totally shoot at it. So like, if you're trying to make like a really close range turret, which I typically don't really like if you put your turret like too close to where you think the enemies are gonna be, they're gonna just melee it, or it's not gonna shoot far enough to like be like effective on like an objective point. Like I feel like turrets are really only effective if you put them really far away from the point, so that, or really far away from the objective, so it's really like awkward for your teammates to have to run over and hit it. So that's what like iron sights does, and then I'll bump it up to like 1.5x scope, and it'll probably be like somewhere in between these ones. Like if I put it like, if I put the turret like right where the other one is right now.
You're still using that silenced AR?
Yeah. These are all silenced AR.
Is it a? So you said it's like a beam. Well, why not just use a beam?
Well, yeah, but you know, for the sake of variety
And being good.
and not being a quote unquote beam scrub. But see, look, this one's having a hard time like locking onto the guy. 1.5 times. You have to have it like... I wonder if it can even shoot it from like... What is the range of a 1.5 times scope turret actually? It doesn't even see those guys over there. Oh, it sees this guy. Only kind of though. Oh, that time I perfect tracked him. Huh. That's weird. It still feels like 1.5 times scope can shoot like really far, but I think actually the accuracy is like better for some reason. Like it hits more bullets when I use the 3 times scope for some reason. I don't know why. Like now let's try this 3 times in the same spot. What does it do? Yeah, it's weird. It, like acquires the target. Like it never stops tracking the target. Like when I have it with a 1.5 times scope, it would like turn off for a second because I think it was dropping out of its view, or like I don't know. Fucking. There's a lot of hidden stats to stuff that I wish EOR would like make more known, like how the fuck turrets work with the different weapons you build. Because all that shit is just kind of like hidden, like trial and error stuff.
Yeah, I don't trust the turrets enough. I don't run a lot of turret builds just because.
No, I mean, there's very few that are good. That's the thing. There's really only like a handful of them. Like, basically any kind of full auto beam with Tesla is really good. Semi-auto beam with turret is really good. I think laser guided pulse is decent, and then that's probably the lowest of the tiered turrets. But I feel like that one is still kind of effective. Like any kind of like full auto laser guided pulse turret, those are effective. Not like amazing, but they're effective. But then there's the AR turrets, which aren't as scumbaggy as beam turrets, like. But they're cool because at least if you use silence, you can't see the trail of where the bullets are coming from. So like people will start taking damage from the turret and they won't know where it's like coming from right away. Like they won't. You know, it's really obvious to find out where a turret is when it's firing a beam at you. Like it goes right back to where the turret is. But if you have a silenced AR turret, like they just start taking damage and they're just like, where the fuck is it coming from? Like they don't know. And the cool thing about the silenced turret is they don't show up on radar. Like if you used any other type of turret without silencer, it'll ping on the map where the turret is. Compact stock? I don't think so. Because the only parts you can see visible on your weapon, at least when you make a turret, is the barrel, the scope, and the clip. And all 3 of those things actually affect the turret, but I don't think stock does. I mean, I can test it right now. So that was with aluminum. Let's try it with fucking compact. In theory, this should have worse aim accuracy, so it should miss more. So hang on a second, I'm gonna put it in the exact same spot. So I'm switching from aluminum to compact. Hang on. Let's see what it does. But it still has silencer, so... Actually, yeah, I don't think like it's shooting like exactly the same. It seems like it's shooting exactly the same. Although, damn, I noticed it on my fucking scope though. Holy shit. I don't know. Yeah, it's a little less... I can feel like there's like a little bit more sway when I fire with the compact than fucking... Although, compact has better stability? Oh, that's just because it's not aluminum. Aluminum has the worst stability. Let's try shock absorbing. Yeah, shock absorbing has the least sway, but it's so much weaker. That's a problem though. I wish like the way they set up like the assault rifle stocks are so dumb, because the ones that actually like improve your weapons like accuracy and like stability fucking lower the damage and reload, so it's kind of like, I don't know. That trade-off is kind of silly if you ask me. Like you should always want to go with more damage. I don't know, that fucking accuracy is pretty fucking godlike though. Dampening. It's like these builds are good if you run like a pyro secondary or like a juice grenade, because then you can boost the damage that you're losing from dampening or shock absorbing. So that kind of like makes up for it. But if you're running a turret, you can't do that. Maybe we should just try standard.
I don't know, my aluminum accuracy is actually higher than my dampening accuracy.
Well,
It's leveled up.
Oh, I see. Yeah. It's basically just felt in the form of the stability. Like basically, stability is like when you fire your weapon scoped, and there's that little bit of jitter from like firing the weapon. That's reduced like greatly by the shock absorbing and dampening stocks. Now, aluminum actually has the worst stability of any of the stocks, but if you're moving while shooting, that basically goes away. So it's basically only bad to scope in with aluminum if you're like standing still. But it's just dumb because like you're always moving, so it's like, I don't know. They're gonna nerf aluminum though next patch, so it's kind of like, I don't know what it'll be like.
You don't lose any damage on the shock absorber. You just get a little reload time loss.
No, you lose damage. You lose like how much damage do you lose? You go from like 7.36 to 6.7, so you lose like 0.5 damage, something like that. A little bit more, like 0.8 damage. But the accuracy is like really good. Like it feels like there's hardly any sway or drift or anything at all. It feels like you're shooting a beam kind of, or the closest thing to a beam. That's not a beam. It's the invisible beam. Actually, it really might help if I fucking upgrade my... If I upgrade my, I don't know, fucking scope. Recon scope. Oh wow, it's barely leveled at all. Hey, what's up, Pizza Beast? I didn't say hi to you earlier, I'm sorry. Question is, if I like move around and jump, how accurate is it? It still feels pretty fucking accurate.
What'd you switch it to?
Standard. Standard has higher stability than aluminum, so it shouldn't be as jittery or drifty when you fire, but it has more of a movement penalty. But I don't know, like, it doesn't feel like insane. Because silencer helps it a lot. Like silencer has a hidden stability stat that makes your gun like uber fucking stable, like way more than assault. Like if you try to do 3x scope assault, it jitters so much when you fire it because the assault has like a lot more kick. Like assault is supposed to be like an iron sights build, but for scoped ones you always want to use aluminum. It just makes the gun like so much more accurate. I don't know, man. It's like 6 doesn't half or the other with the fucking like between aluminum and standard. Like it's so difficult to tell the difference. At least, yeah. I can tell it's like more stable while I'm moving, I guess, but while I'm standing still, like, there's a lot of fucking drift. Like, if I just hold left click and don't do anything, like, it goes all over the fucking place compared to, let's say, dampening. I can put the crosshair right over there and just hold left click. It still has fucking random drift, though. You just don't have to fight it nearly as hard, I guess. That's the only way I can describe it. I don't know. I don't know if that added accuracy is really worth it.
So I have a silencer. I can still see my own trail, but you're saying other people can't see it?
Yeah, I mean, other people can see it too, but they're not gonna pay attention to it like in combat. It's so faint, like you barely see it. Like you barely fucking see it. They're just like little wisps, like little air bursts. You
One person on your team using a beam for them to be distracted.
Yeah. Yeah, it's about half the visibility of the other assault rifles.
Like seriously, do you really notice what is the difference between shock absorbing and dampening?
Barely anything. With dampening, like I noticed, like the sniper works better with dampening. I just feel like I get a lot less sway with it.
I think. Well, let me see. I mean, according to the actual stats, like I think they do the same thing as far as like stability, but it has like 1 or 2 points less stability, and you have a little bit better hip accuracy. And shock absorbing has a little less hip accuracy and a little more stability.
I think it's the opposite. I feel like it's the opposite.
Yeah, I know what you're saying though. I feel like the random sway. Yeah, the random sway is just a lot less with dampening. Like the actual, the actual sway mechanic, as opposed to the stability mechanic, which is the jitteriness of actually firing the weapon, as opposed to just random scope sway of just keeping your scope in one place at one time.
Yep. I feel like it's better for the semi-auto bolt action. Why am I playing Dota? I want this fuck go to sleep so I can play Dota. So I can play Dota.
Aren't you? Have you not chugged your other fucking Red Bull yet?
I drank them both at the same time. They're called spiders.
Oh, that's right, spiders. My bad.
Spiders.
Get it right.
My bad.
Why do I play this game so? I hate this game. It's like everybody I know just wants to play some mobile or the other.
I know, that's all my like friends want to fucking play.
And if I say no, they're like, dude, I've seen how many games you played in Dota, like you should play it. It's like, no, I don't want to.
It bounces all over the place. Maybe standard is like the best for this build, honestly. So you don't lose the damage, it feels way steadier. Oh, I see, but when I jump, like if I walk it's okay, but if I jump I can feel the extra jitteriness. Yeah. God.
You know what I like about Dota though? Is I can alt-tab without the entire system fucking up.
Shots fired.
I run in Windows just for that reason on Loadout.
Yeah, fuck that.
Pulse is getting a 7% damage and healing buff across the board with every Pulse build. Which is actually gonna make fucking Pulse snipers like ridiculously strong.
Pulse snipers.
Yeah, Pulse snipers.
I can never hit anything
Even
with those.
jumping.
Delete them so much.
Even jumping. Like yeah, it's only good like aluminum. Basically, you just always want to be jumping.
The one-shot was really good. The one-shot one, remember that? The one that
the charge beam or the charge pulse?
the charge pulse that you would get real close, just tag somebody with it.
Yeah, you use like a shotgun.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you fully charge a full sniper, it'll one-shot.
Well, it shoots such a fucking huge like projectile if you do like super slow, or not like super slow, but if you do like charge pulse, it makes the fucking like hitbox like gigantic, so it's really good at close range.
Yeah, if you're gonna do that one, I just use a pulse shotgun and charge it, because that does even more damage.
Nah, you want the shotgun to... You want to be able to spam the shotgun, right?
Yeah, the pulse shotgun...
I mean, it's the exact same mechanic, right?
Yeah, it is.
So,
it is the exact same mechanic, except with actually the charged pulse shotgun, well, you can't shoot it as far as the other one, but...
Are you gonna hit anything at range with the other one anyway?
Yeah, you can. It depends. I hit people with like laser guidance. Like laser guidance, you can do it. Like I have like one really epic highlight of me like out of line of sight. I arced a slow charged pulse shot like over this hill and hit a guy in the head, blind. Like it was just by dumb luck that I did it, but it was still like fucking like epic. What was that? Shock absorbing? I really struggle to feel the difference between these fucking weapon builds. I guess I'll just run standard for a little while, just fucking... Actually, ah man, do I run aluminum? I mean, it's better while I'm moving, and most of the time I'm moving. I don't know, whatever. I guess I'll just stay aluminum for now. Fuck it.